Hello, welcome to the Lone Show. I'm your host, John Malone, and in this episode, I have brought on regular Eric Taylor. Well, he's about to join us momentarily. But as for our guest, she's from London, and she is a jeweler. Now, this is going to be interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Kassandra Gordon.
Yay! Thank you for having me, Jeremy.
You're welcome. So, how's life?
Life, that is a very interesting question. How is life? I think today I'm just on a level. On a level. I'm not too high, I'm not too low. I'm just like walking a tightrope at the moment. I'm just level, I'm just on it. That's how I'm feeling. But hopefully in the next couple of weeks, it'll be more positive.
Okay, great. Have you been up to much recently?
What have I been up to? Well, I've been working on an exhibition looking at the relationship between cancer and jewelry. And that is asking people who've been affected by cancer or directly affected by cancer to design jewelry. And they can talk about their stories because sometimes cancer can be very taboo. We don't really talk about it, even though 1 in 2 people are affected by cancer. And jewelry is a special art which you can wear and you can wear your emotions. So that's what I'm working on at the moment, and the exhibition comes out in April.
Okay, great. So, what are you currently doing right now?
Just talk about exhibition, but as a jeweler, in general, I always say my bread and butter money. But what I do on a day is I customize, I make wedding rings, engagement rings, anything what people want, and also I have my own line, Kassandra Lauren Gordon, what I sell in shops or events. So the jewelry collection what I'm working on now, it's all about braiding and hair because I feel like no matter what culture you come from, people have hair or used to have hair or some hair on their body. And hair is like a unifying thing what different cultures use, and it makes us all human, right? Having different hair or had experience of hair.
Okay, great. So, where do you see yourself 20 years from now?
Oh, 20 years from now. Oh gosh, you're putting years on me now. Okay, so where do I see myself in 20 years' time? I see myself hopefully next to a beach. This is going to be very cliche. Next to a beach and owning a house, and I'm near water. I don't know what type of water. It could be a canal. It could be a beach. I mean, like the sea. But I want to be next to water. Not hopefully in flooding season. Hopefully, I'll be immune from flooding season. But I just want to be next to water, and I want to be financially okay. I don't want to be worrying about money too much. I just want to just live my life and be wrinkle free. That's where I'm
Okay,
at.
nice. Tell me more about what you do.
Well, you mentioned I'm a jeweler. That is true. That is the main medium what I do. So I studied in the jewelry quarter in Hatton Garden, the London jewelry quarter. And I see myself as an artist or a multi-disciplinary artist or multi-passionate person, do different things. So I do a bit of film. So this year, next month, my documentary was selected for the London International Film Festival. So I'm very happy about that. Called Gemstones. I'm a jeweler, so I have to talk about gemstones. And I do poetry as well. So, quite multifaceted. I just try to if I love something, I create. And also I'm a digital content creator, so just like you as well.
Great. So, what was life for you growing up?
Ooh, what age? What life? I think I've had 10 different lives. What age?
Any.
Any
Go
age.
you can go as far back as you want to.
So I say this because I lived in different places. So I was born in Stoke-on-Trent. I don't know if you know where Stoke-on-Trent is. Do you?
Oh yeah, I have a mate on my acting course at Manchester who's actually from Stoke. So
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
I know where Stoke is. It's
Perfect.
pretty
So
cool.
people don't. So it's the home of the potteries, home of ceramics. Okay, good. And I think Robbie Williams from Take That is there. Anyhow, so yeah, so I was born there. When I was about 3 or 4, I moved to Birmingham, which is the second city in the UK. And then I moved to Coventry, and then I moved to Liverpool, and then I moved back to Coventry, and then I moved to London, and then I moved back to Coventry, and then I moved back to London. So that is my story. So what was it like for me? It was a bit tricky actually in my adolescence, if I'm going to be honest. Um, Living in the 90s or early 2000s in Coventry was not as multi and not as friendly to said people if you were not of a certain race. So it was very difficult navigating those spaces, but you just have to find a way through it. I think as an adult, when I came to into London, it was very good seeing people who are like me, creatively. Yeah, it was good being in London. It's very expensive, but it was very good creatively to be in London.
Okay. And what was the reason that you've been moving from city to city most of the time?
I wish I had a good reason. I think a little bit of my parents. My parents moved to different places, and also as an adult, I went to uni in different places. So I went to a uni in Liverpool, in Coventry, and then I just after uni, I did my masters. I came to London with two hundred
Ah,
pounds in my pocket, and
oh,
I
okay.
just and that's it.
Nice. So, if you were to start a new business, what kind of business would it be?
That's a good question. I always thought of I had some idea yesterday. I was thinking about this. Thank you for saying it. It was about doing like a content creation studio or having like a workspace where content creators or just creative people can just come, pay a membership fee, and create how they want and make it 24-hour access. Um, yeah, I just always wanted to do that because I feel like sometimes staying in the house and creating is just long. What if you're around creators, around people, you can ask ideas, you build a community. That's what I would really want. So yeah, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's a very good concept. I would love to see a place where people can easily create content in one particular location. It's yeah, I'd want to do that something particular similar to that myself, but with one app in particular that's in hiatus and development, but once we get the funds for that app, uh, we'll get somewhere with that. So yeah, it's a very good concept.
What do you mean with the app? I don't understand what. So you can book on the
So
app or
basically, um, there's this group of I have a group of mates from Scotland and two Americans. We were wanting to create a brand new social media platform, and one of the ideas we thought about in terms of a place for people to create content, we were thinking of like a content creator house, but
mm,
with the branding of the social media app. So people can go into the creator house with the social media creator house and be surrounded by all things surrounded by the social media platform itself. And
mm.
also give like a bit of advantage to those creators posting and making content in that particular location. And yeah, it's just good for branding, publicity, and a bit of entertainment.
Okay, that sounds good. It's good to have people around you and have a goal and stuff like that.
Yeah. What's your favorite drink?
Alcoholic, non-alcoholic. Which one?
Any drink, any drink.
Mm. I want to give you a media answer. My media answer is saying water, but I don't think I drink enough of that. But tea, I like peppermint tea with honey. If I had to drink alcohol, I don't really drink much, but if I had to, some type of cocktail, probably a pina colada or a mojito.
Ah, yes, that's a very good. That's a good choice. I like drinking tequila, a couple shots of vodka, but that's about it. Oh, I do drink a lot of water at times for hydration and keep myself hydrated, but yeah, that's about it. Pina colada is my top favorite.
Hmm.
What was the last concert you've been to?
Concert where I sat down in a because I see festivals and concerts are two different things. So I'm ignoring the last two festivals I went through last year. So I'm going to a concert. So I think the last concert I went was it Tony Braxton? Just before COVID, 2000 like February 2020.
Hmm. Yeah,
It was a Tony Braxton concert, I think. Yeah.
yeah. Just before the first lockdown happened. That was a dark time in our history. But yeah, it happened. It's starting. Things are starting to get better, and yeah, hopefully things can go back to normal, like it always should.
Fingers crossed. I'm looking at the news and I'm just like, oh, okay. China has done another lockdown, so I'm just like, oh gosh.
Oh yeah, that's a bit of a shock, to be honest. I thought they got I thought that they'd gone past the COVID shit by now, but nope, it's coming back and stabbing in the back.
Yeah, it's not ideal. We're just trying to look forward to summer and then, like World War III and COVID's coming back. So, you just have to be adaptable and see what happens.
Yeah. What is the most comfortable piece of clothing you own?
Oh, onesies. Onesies are the one. I think I'm getting too hot for onesies now, but I'm still hungry and wearing my onesies until I sweat it out.
Okay. Yeah. I'd I think onesies are a great choice, but I just prefer regular pajamas for me.
Okay. Okay. Do you have a certain color? What should be your pajamas look like?
My set of pajamas is like it's it's not like design or anything. It's just multiple colors. Like what I have one pajamas, short sleeve pajamas that are like gray and black. The other are blue. One of them is like Italian theme, and another set of pajama I have is I forgot what it was, but I think it's kind of brightly colored. But yeah, that's all I have for now for my
Oh, you
pajamas.
have. You made about like 5 pajamas. You're a pajamas connoisseur. Yeah, you could open shop. I didn't know that a guy has so much pajamas. Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know you
Yeah.
go into style into bed. I've got just a few onesies, or if I don't have onesies, I just whatever's near me and I just wear to bed. Wow, okay. I gotta get my bed game up.
Absolutely. What is something people are always surprised to learn about you?
That's a good question. What are people really surprised to learn about me? But probably I like wrestling, professional wrestling fan. My it's the intensity of loving professional wrestling goes up and down. I have moral conflicts about wrestling sometimes, and it's really hard for me to invest all my heart into it. But I do have a lot of nostalgia, or I do get sad when some of my favorite wrestlers dies. Like there's a wrestler who died today, called Scott Hall. Well, that's his real name, but well, yeah. So I get very upset when all these wrestlers who in the '90s and early 2000s I really looked up to just start dying off. It's just really upsetting.
Yeah. Who would you most want to switch lives with and why?
Something that comes up probably Beyonce. She works really hard and she probably
Mhm.
can't go outside and do what she wants. So maybe not Beyonce. I don't know. I mean, I do admire her.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of anything. I like Will Smith. I could trade
Mhm.
with Will
Yeah.
Smith.
Absolutely. Uh, what was the last thing you've Googled?
When was Easter break? When is Easter?
Um, Somewhere in April, March.
Yeah, I think it starts like probably April, the first week of April.
What was it that you Googled?
Hmm?
What was it in somewhere in April that you Googled?
You mean what date? I think it said Easter holiday. It's in England, UK is Monday, the 4th of April to the 18th of April. So I'm not sure when Easter. The next question, when is actually, I should have Googled when is Good Friday. But that's because I get confused because how Easter changes all the time.
Mhm.
Um the Good Friday is actually the 2nd of April. Okay, that's me. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Just I don't know why the days for Easter changes every so often. It's just really confusing me at points.
Mm.
But yeah. Yeah. Oh, what's the biggest secret you've kept?
Ooh, would I put it on? Would it put it here? I think no one tells me anything, to be honest. Maybe I don't have much. People tell me, so I don't have much secrets. And I think it's not like I can't keep secrets. I think people just don't tell me. Oh gosh,
Hmm.
I've got to really, really reevaluate my life now.
Okay. Okay. I see what you're doing there. I respect that.
There you go. Secret squirrel.
I love it. Nice to see someone that's actually thinking about the questions properly. That's great. Have you ever got called out by someone in front of your friends?
What do you mean?
Like, have you been? Is this something that you've done and people like caught you doing something and I don't know. It's just like if you got called out and you got exposed for something for whatever reason.
I don't think I've done any scandalous or I don't just. Oh, okay. Let me think of one. Sometimes my partner calls me out on stuff. You know. So one thing he says to me, it's about giving people grace in a way. I'm paraphrasing. Doesn't say it exactly like this, but the sentiment is it's like, say someone does something to me or something I don't like. I'll be like, oh, this person done this. They're not a really good person. Blah 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 blah. This is what I used to do.
Oh,
But if I do something wrong, I'll be like, I'll give excuses, not excuses, but I'll give reasons. Well, the reason why I had this, I had a bad day. Anyway, long story short, is this the way how I give myself grace of like looking at reasons of why I haven't done something or something's not gone my way. It's the same I should extend to them, to the person who's done me something wrong or something I don't like. So that's what I practice doing. So he called me out on that, and that is a positive thing that I try to practice and carry out in my life.
hmm. Okay. Interesting. Would you consider yourself to be an extrovert or an introvert?
Extrovert, but COVID's made me a bit of a hermit, but definitely an extrovert.
Great. Fabulous. Um, is there anything about you that you're just too tired to explain to people?
Racism.
Ah, yes. Do you have a trait that do you have any bad traits that you want to get rid of?
I just want to live in the moment more. I want to enjoy life more.
Yeah. That's a good one. Because it's nice to feel happy and enjoy life as it is.
I mean, I'm trying to read more stoic stuff. I'm trying to pretend to be a stoic, just accept for life what it is. And, life is full of, sunshine and rain, pain and suffering and good things. So it's just like, how do you deal with, life adversities and just accept it? I can't avoid it. It's just got to deal with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And besides traveling back and forth the major cities in the UK, do you like travel often for a holiday?
COVID has made me think a bit differently, but before COVID, I think I had a few city breaks. Like going to was last time I was. Where did I go in Europe? Was it Romania, Bulgaria? Those places. If I can go somewhere in Europe, but well, no, it's a bit different. Um, but yeah, if I can do a quick city break, or I can take the Eurostar from London, that'd
Okay.
be great.
Yeah, that's great. Um, what's the funniest picture or video you have on your phone?
Now I sound really boring. No, I love memes and I love I so technically, if you say Cassandra, what's on your camera roll? If is there any funny thing on your camera roll? I would say no. But if I watch on my phone different social media accounts or Instagram accounts who looks at memes and videos, I'll be like, yeah, I'll check that 2 or 3 times a day. What did I watch today? I don't think I watched any. I don't think it was quite funny, but the last thing I saw on my phone today on a meme or joke website was this random guy goes to an older man and say, "Hey, dad, it's you, dad," like insinuating like the dad, this person has a long lost son, and just follows that person and just say, "Hey, dad," and the guy's running, and the person who's called dad is running away from him, like pretending like he's disowning his son. I know I made it wrong. See, this is why you don't ask people about funny videos because it sounds like it's boring and bad, but when you watch it, it's two different things.
Okay. Uh, yeah, that's fair point. Fair enough. Do you have any hidden talents?
I can almost sleep through anything.
Okay, that's cool. Um, if you had to pick any character in a book, movie, or TV show, who is most similar to you?
Oh, who would be similar to me in a TV character, TV show? I haven't met someone who's like me. Well, actually, tell a lie. So I don't know if you know about this comedy show. I think it came out like 15 years ago. It's called Arrested Development. Do you know what that is? Arrested Development. Has
No,
actor Jason Bateman. Anyways, so basically the premise of this comedy show in the first three series, discount the Netflix one, 4 and 5, forget those. But the first three series, about 10, 15 years ago, it was about this guy whose family was quite rich or well off. But this guy always tried to do everything right by his family, and there's some embezzlement. It's a comedy. The family are ungrateful. They manipulate him. So I feel like it's just a very dysfunctional family. So when I think about my family, who's somewhat to a certain degree, slightly dysfunctional. What no family is perfect. I just always think about times when to my own detriment, where you try to do things for your family and it doesn't work out. So that's how I relate to that character, which his name is Michael from Arrested Development.
great. So, other than besides being a jeweler, what other activities do you do in your free time?
What do I do in my free time? I like going to the theatre. I like doing my podcast called the Black Creative Handbook. I like listening to. I'm a very podcast person. I don't watch TV per se, but I watch a lot of YouTube. I love watching music documentaries. Love watching video essays about social commentary and stuff like that. And I like writing poetry. Yeah, so just try to consume content and
I
repeat.
love it. Great. Those are great hobbies. I love that. How did you spend your last birthday?
What did I do? Okay, so I went to the South Bank Centre in London, which is like full of galleries, and I looked at some exhibitions. I went to eat at Wagamama's for my lunch, and then I went to the Statue Gallery, looked at another exhibition, and then I went to eat with my friends. It was to me, that was quite chilled.
Great. Fabulous. Who was the last person you talked to?
Person. My partner, but he went out just to play basketball now because it's now sunny. But if it was a thing or a non-person, whatever person means to you, it's my cat called Burrito. He's there just looking at me, figuring out what his mum is doing.
So, do you have any other pets besides your cat?
No, I would say, that's my people laugh about my cat. Like I treat him like my son, but he is. He's my fur baby. What can I do? Cats rule.
Okay. Fabulous. If your mind was an island, what would it look like?
It looked like Jamaica. Because I'm from Jamaican descent. I like Jamaica. I love Jamaica a lot.
Oh yeah. Jamaica's a great country. I'd want to go there someday.
Go, go. You have a nice time. As long as that you don't do anything silly, you have a nice time. The
Yeah.
whole country is based on tourism. So,
Yep. Is it better to use shampoo as soap or soap as shampoo?
depends because if you go to like a Premier Inn or a hotel, they just use it as the same anyway. So sometimes you're gonna make me think: is there difference between shampoo, conditioner, and soap? Because in
Oh,
gyms and those hotels, they double it up. So maybe I'll be saving money.
hmm. That's a very good point. Speaking of which, what was the worst hotel you stayed at?
Oh, I've had was don't want to call out any hotels, but I don't like it when they don't clean. Oh, I was once in Scotland. I won't say the name. I was in Scotland. near the Highlands and booked a hotel, and they just didn't clean properly. There was hair everywhere, like pubic hair everywhere. There
Oh,
was like, I don't want to say like poo in the bathroom. It was just, yeah, it was not the one. And then they got upset with me for me to complain, but they didn't clean properly, and I was just like, you guys are annoying.
yeah,
Just
that's
clean.
very unfortunate.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Mhm.
Oh, I love that meme. If someone wrote a book about you, what do you think its title would be?
I was gonna be corny and said it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm gonna think. Oh god, this is a good one. I ask people this all the time, and I don't do it for myself. What I would love it to be, I might. It's a working title. Is like she believed and it happened.
okay. Oh yeah, that's very That's a very interesting title. I love that. Which pizza topping do you most relate to?
Cheese, even though I'm quite cheesy, but the thing is, I can't even eat cheese. Lactose intolerant. Well, I won't say lactose intolerant. I'm sensitive to lactose, so it's annoying. When I found out that I couldn't eat pizza. Well, couldn't eat certain types of pizza. I felt my life was over, but I just coped. I gave you a sad story, but yeah, if cheesy could be, my partner would call me quite cheesy, so yeah, just
Yeah,
cheese. Margarita.
yeah. Ah, yes, margarita. Bueno.
Hmm.
Where was the most beautiful place you've been to?
I don't have a particular country, but I love going to spas or Turkish baths. So one of the best, one of the best Turkish baths I've been to was in south of Spain. Was it Granada? I can't remember. Just I love that Turkish bath.
Okay, fabulous.
Mhm.
And that's all we have for this episode. It was great having you here, Cassandra, talking about your life as a jeweler, content creation, and everything else. Wow, it's fabulous. It's been great.
Thank you so much for having me. Much appreciated.
You're welcome. And until next time, stay tuned for more.